Almost 20 years after its first release, The Sims 2 is still an iconic game, and its remake will be an incredible release for the series. Although EA stopped supporting The Sims 2 Ultimate Collection after giving the game away for free in 2014, it has created a lot of game content through mods and tweaks, including patches to make the game work better with modern games and the update system. This collective effort makes it easier for others to earn the title, encouraging players to return to the game. However, if Maxis embarks on a project to officially remake the title, it could take it to the next level and add new layers of improvements that modders currently don't have access to. The Sims 2 has some of the best gameplay features in the series, balancing realism with imagination in the details that make each sim unique, but many of them have been redesigned in new releases or gone altogether. A remake could restore these features and combine them with new concepts introduced in The Sims 3 and 4, such as mobile phones and open worlds. This would make for a game that would not only appeal to longtime fans of the series, but would also be welcoming to new players. Not only that, but Maxis' new technology, which was showcased in recent games and Project Rena, the remaster could solve some of the game's most vexing issues, such as saving corruption caused by players meddling in community stories that could potentially break. The Sims 2 remake is probably the best game in the series. While the latest games use The Sims 2 as part of the plan to create an immersive game, The Sims 4 even fixes the babies to resemble models from another part of the series over the years. Several changes have been made that some Maxis feel has taken away from the originality of The Sims 2. But over the years and the advancement of technology, Maxis has been able to make the rest of the mechanics of the franchise simpler and more fun. The Sims 3 color wheel has been expanded with custom samples from The Sims 2 and The Sims 4. Major updates to creating and building, purchasing Sims to make it more intuitive and easier to use. In reimagining the second part of the series, Maxis not only fulfills the desire of the fans to bring back the title, but also uses technology to significantly improve the game. While some of The Sims 2 systems, like Wants and Fears, are fan favorites and return to other games, its infamous memory mechanic is responsible for its most troubling problem: corrupt save files. Despite modders' efforts to help players avoid this problem, it remains a common problem, and deleting families and dying Sims can cause a catastrophic failure of the game's memory system, destroying all save files and forcing players to restart. As a result, Sims 2 players become increasingly frustrated with the game and are forced to download more mods to avoid the problem, unsure if it will happen again. However, with the remastered version, Maxis was able to fix this by redesigning the game's memory system and replacing it with the Sims 3 scrapbook format, which preserves the integrity of memories without compromising save files. Many suspected that Project Rena was The Sims 5, and players had higher hopes for the next game in the series. However, The Sims 2 Remastered would be an even better version, as it would allow the franchise to look back at the game that helped define its foundation and give new fans of the series a chance to play in a more modern style. Considering that remastering classic old games is a trend in the gaming industry, Maxis was able to create a remastered version of The Sims 2 that improves on the original in several ways and eliminates the worst issues. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.